All right, so we're going to continue talking about growing gray gracefully. And most of you know from my last post, I was just recently retired in May from 39 years of teaching. And it was not an easy decision to make at all. And there's so many things that you go through when you're trying to decide to retire that I never knew was even possible. So I'm navigating through it and trying to find what I want to do in retirement because I certainly like to work. So I think now I'm starting to realize after a couple months into this but I want to work when I want to work. So, and I want to do what I want to do. So let me plan my calendar. And then if you ask me, hey, can you do this? Then it's kind of like, well, yes or no, based on things that I've already planned out for myself. So I'm trying to create my own calendar that way. And I thought I would invite you into my art room tonight. So here are some of the things that I'm getting ready to do. This is the next sunset that I'd like to paint. And so I wanted to show you in terms of decisions, because here we go. This basket of paints is all opaque acrylics, and we always have to have a nice opaque white, so I buy it in a big jug. And then with acrylics, you have semi opaque and transparent. So I have those kind of separated out into baskets so that I kind of know what type they are. And then I just recently bought these acrylics online. They're nothing fancy, but it was one of those Prime deals. I thought, oh, can't go wrong sometimes with paint, but sometimes you can't know. So anyway, there's 4 trays of paints that I got in different colors. And so when I look at a picture like this, I think, what colors do I see? And then I set up my palette accordingly. And I do try to keep the warm colors together and the cool colors together, but because I'm just kind of guessing in my mind what colors will I use, I go through all these paints, and this is a very, very nice palette. What you do is you wet the piece of paper and there's a sponge underneath. And when I cover this up, it's going to keep these paints good for 2 or 3 days, which, you know, with acrylics, they dry up really, really a lot. So you can see from this color palette, I've got a variety of purples and oranges and browns. And then I've got some Payne's gray down here with another darker gray. Can't remember the name. And then I have my blues here. And then I always have this is black. I always put the black and white in the center, but I leave a lot of room for mixing over here with this big glob of white because I'm going to use probably a lot of white. So what I plan to do, and you can see one of these transparent colors is really running there, but I'm going to put a real transparent base on and build from there in this picture. So anyway, there's a whole lot of things that I want to do, and this is one of them. And I've always done a lot of painting, so I just want to keep on painting and have more time to do that. So I just thought I would share that with you, and I hope you all enjoyed.